Hey, it says I'm live. Yay. Welcome. Good morning, Mac. Good morning, D-Fleet. How's everybody doing today? Okay. I just need to make sure I'm muted on one computer so I don't mess up the volume. And here we go is right. Hope you got your coffee. Hope you got everything right. Well, today, let's see. I've got another episode of Rocky Jones Serials coming up. I had something planned, but the program I was going to use kept crashing on me the moment I clicked into it. So it doesn't want to work for the sneak peek for this week. Also, next week, because of Thanksgiving, I'll be taking the day off. I hope everybody has a safe Thanksgiving. And I don't know who else might be coming in, but you're welcome and thank you for joining me today. Let's see, make sure I kick the button. My audio has to be on this one. This week we've got chapter 21, The Crash of the Moons. You may remember that they originally saw the moons that they're talking about in one of the earlier episodes. So this is going to be the continuation of the story, and I hope you're going to enjoy it. May each of you be safe watching this. It's clean, good science fiction from the 1950s. This week's episode, Rocky Jones, Crash of the Moons, and away we go.
Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, starring Richard Crane. In The Crash of Moons, Chapter 1.
Being arrayed to transport TR-14. Thanks for the buggy ride. Out. Secretary Drake, you've landed your spaceship here on our planet against my orders.
Clearlander, please try to understand the united world of the solar system. Each world does its share for the benefit of all. You can help us, Clearlander, and we can help you.
Cleolata needs no help from any man. Our planet Ophiuchus is strong. It needs no help from your planets.
You're depriving your people of great benefits, Clearlander.
Rocky Jones, you are presumptuous. Everything that my people need is right here on Ophiuchus. I grant you 1 hour to leave Ophiuchus. If you don't, you and your spaceship will be destroyed. Only 59 minutes remain. Last one. Train the 59 minutes.
Come along, Rocky. Winky. It's useless.
We're wasting our precious minutes. Cleolana. A stubborn woman if I ever saw one.
Winky, you can't argue with self-sufficient people like that.
Well, I mean, I'm a friendly guy. I like my neighbors. You know, how about a game of cards, or may I borrow a cup of sugar?
Orbit jet to space station OW9.
Won't Rocky be surprised? Station OW9 to Orbit Jet. Andrews to Rocky Jones. Come in, Rocky. OW9 to Orbit Jet. Come in, Rocky Jones.
Well, what's the matter with Andrews? Has he got a mouthful of crackers or something?
Rocky Jones to OW9. Come in, OW9.
Andrews to Rocky Jones. Come in.
Goodness gracious, we've befuddled Rocky.
That's Professor Newton and Dean and Bobby.
That's right, Winky. We're all here.
Say, what are you doing on Space Station OW9?
We're here to greet old friends, Rocky. Rotunda, Bavaro, and Torbeck.
What, have they managed to build a spaceship of their own?
No, Winky. The Gypsy Moons Posita and Legato are entering our solar system. At 0600 today, they will be very close to this space station.
Not close enough to wave, but close enough to talk.
Professor Newton, where will the space station be in relation to the Gypsy Moons?
Directly between them, Rocky.
Andrews,
Yes, Rocky. Great news, isn't it?
stand by. I'll check back as soon as possible. Out. Winky, stay at the controls. Correct direction. Head for Space Station OW9.
Roger.
What is it, Rocky?
Something Professor Newton overlooked. The atmosphere chain which links the two moons. Now, assume this is the space station. And these are the Gypsy Moons, Posita and Legato, approaching from that direction. Now, as the moons pass, the atmosphere chain will envelop the space station. And it was built only to stand in space. A sudden wash of atmosphere could destroy it.
Where are we in relation to them?
This is our position here. Now, I don't know whether we can reach Space Station OW9 in time to evacuate it.
I can't understand Rocky not being excited about the Gypsy Moons.
Maybe Mr. Secretary put the pressure on him. Perhaps he didn't like our blasting off from Earth without orders.
Yes, that must be it, Vina. Well, I can't think of any other reason.
Orbit jet to Space Station OW9. Rocky Jones to Andrews. Come in, Andrews.
Yes, Rocky.
Give me your refueling schedule. When's the next spaceship due?
Well, nothing's scheduled, Rocky. Since transport TR-14 left, we're all clear.
I'll sign off. Call back to TR-14. Bring it back.
What is it, Rocky? What's the matter?
I have to clear for Andrews' call. Just remind Professor Newton of the atmosphere chain. And hurry, Andrews. Make the call. Bring back the TR-14. Out.
The atmosphere chain, Professor?
The atmosphere chain. Now, what can Rocky have made? Of course, of course. Oh, how stupid of me.
What is it, Professor?
Yes, what?
Quick, Andrews. Make your call as Rocky said.
Space Station OW9 to transport TR-14. Come in, TR-14. Come in.
Oh, Vina, I've made a terrible blunder. I've led you and Bobby into grave peril. Why, the OW9 is going to be destroyed.
What do you mean, Professor?
An object built to withstand the elements of space cannot survive in an atmosphere.
The atmosphere chain. That's right.
And Rocky wants the TR-14 to evacuate us. Space Station OW9 to transport TR-14. Urgent. Repeat, urgent. Come in. I can't get an answer. Shall I call Rocky back?
He knows what's happening. He'll do everything possible. Keep trying the TR-14.
OW9 to TR-14. Come in. Mayday. Repeat. Mayday. Space Station OW9 to transport TR-14. Mayday. Repeat. Mayday.
We'll have to try to get there, Winky.
I'm bleeding her now, Rocky. All the thrust she's got.
Space Station OW9 to transport TR-14. Can you hear me? Turn back. Turn back.
Orbit jet to Space Station OW9. Rocky Jones to Andrews.
Yes, Rocky.
It's no use, Andrews. The TR-14 is beyond reach. Has Professor Newton rechecked his figures?
Yes, Rocky, and they're absolute. The Gypsy Moons will pass the space station at 0600 today.
Don't worry. We'll get you off before then. Tell Andrews I'll call back every hour on the hour.
Rocky, please try to understand my blunder. It was just that I thought of nothing else but seeing our friends on the Gypsy Moons.
I understand, Professor. Until the next hour. Out.
Out, Rocky.
Have you a plan, Rocky? Something we can do? Reaching the space station before 0600 looks impossible.
We've been in on deals like this before. A possible crash of moons or a stray meteor clobbering a planet. And we've exploded the small meteors with atomic missiles and blasted the big ones so they'd spin out of the danger orbit. Those are just hunks of ore with no life on them. There are people on these moons.
These inhabitants of the Gypsy Moons, Rocky, do they know their position? Do they have any idea what's going to happen?
No, Mr. Secretary. Without a fixed position in space, they're unable to make astronomy an exact science.
Quatanda! Quatanda! What is the matter with our son?
I don't understand it, Bourreau. He has been crying for a long time.
He seems to be afraid. Something has frightened him.
I wonder what it is, Bourreau.
Don't worry, Quatanda. Our little prince is just strengthening his voice, so someday he may rule his people. I wonder if Rocky Jones will find our Gypsy Moons again, so he may see our little son.
Bourreau, he seems to be trying to tell us something.
Rocky, we're picking up the Gypsy Moons on our radar becks.
Right, Andrews. We're also starting to pick them up. But we're still too far away to catch the image of your space station. I'll call back in an hour. I'll do W9.
Out, Rocky.
We can now make pickup on visiograph, Andrews.
What's all the excitement for, Rocky? There's nothing built quite as sturdy as a space station.
Against the perils of space, yes, Winky. But she wasn't built to withstand an atmosphere. She'll be picked up and carried off like a barn door in a hurricane. Well, it's a long shot, Winky. But we'll try to get there in time to evacuate.
Yes, sir. We're gonna miss by minutes, Rocky.
We've got just seconds left, Winky. Let's make them count. If I can only ram into the landing berth.
And push the space station out of the atmosphere channel.
Yes, only in this weather we're gonna have our hands full. Hat thrust, Winky.
Aye, aye, sir.
Orbit jet to space station OW9. Andrews, can you come in? Space station OW9, come in.
OW9.
Throw on your magnetic lock. We're trying for the landing berth. Throw on your magnetic lock. Winky, when we get into the berth, full power.
Standing by, sir.
Magnetic lock on, Rocky.
Right, Andrews. Now, Winky, full power, all she has. There is a slight disturbance in the atmospheric chain. Negato recorded it too, but we have no idea what it is. How is our son, Quotanda?
Oh, let's see. Rocky Jones would say, the sleep of the happy.
I'm glad you saw what happened, Mr. Secretary. This looks like the room of a new cadet.
Such a cadet would never make the Space Rangers, I assure you. I'll dispatch a workship for a thorough check. It looks like Space Station OW9 will be as good as new.
Yes, sir, I'm sure of it.
Goodbye, Andrews.
Goodbye, sir.
Now, Vina and I have started a graph of the Gypsy Moon's course. We must realize the Gypsy Moons can present very grave problems. Other space stations may be trapped in the atmosphere chain. Or with even far greater loss of life, one of the moons may crash against another, or even a planet.
Can you get an exact course, Professor Newton? Are they traveling in a fixed orbit?
Yes, Rocky, but not in the way our planets travel in the solar system.
Well, what do you mean, Professor?
Well, you see, Winky, the major planets in our system travel around the sun.
And the Gypsy Moons travel around each other.
Exactly, Rocky. And because of this, they can be far more dangerous.
Well, I see what you mean, Professor Newton. And while the Gypsy Moons themselves aren't large, the orbit they describe is.
Like children of a playground.
What's that, Vina?
Here, let me show you. Robbie. The way they move through space is something like two children on a playground. Bobby is Posita, and I'm the other moon, Nagato. Our arms and hands are the atmosphere chain. They move through space spinning around each other. But if I spin myself, I don't cover half as much area.
Sure, I get it.
Now, this is my great concern, Rocky. Magnify this by tens of thousands of miles, and you see what tremendous danger we're confronted with. For example, say there's a planet or a moon right over there. Now, Bobby, go ahead again.
Mr. Secretary, I'm sorry.
What's going on?
The illustration of an astronomical phenomenon, Mr. Secretary.
Yeah, it seems that you are a planet, Mr. Secretary, and Vina is Posita, and Bobby's Nagato. No. Bobby is Posita and Vina is Nagato. Now, you could really either be a planet or a moon, but as it happens, you're a planet. So, you see what happens.
I'm ready with the corrected navigation chart, Rocky.
Please go ahead, Vina.
This is our course, Rocky. This is Posita's position, and this is Nagato's. With the course we're on, we can contact Posita about here.
Correct heading 4.37, Winky.
437, sir.
Oh, Vina, how's Professor Newton coming with the charting of the future of the Gypsy Moons?
He's through the 10th of next month, Rocky. It's clear sailing for them so far.
Oh, so far, so good. Right, Wink?
I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
And you're positive, Professor?
Perhaps there's some little mistake.
Yes. Perhaps there is, Bobby. Yes, I'll go back and recheck my figures.
How far have you gone, Professor Newton?
Oh, I'm just rechecking, Vina, just to make sure, you know.
Orbit jet to Posita headquarters. Rocky Jones to Bavaro. Come in, Bavaro. Come in, Bavaro.
Bavaro, come some way from Rocky Bones.
For thunder, we were going to speak their language so well. It is Squawky Jones.
No, Rocky Bones. Come down, Bavaro, talk to him.
Orbit jet to...
Rocky Jones! That's right. We've tried Cordova to vex one language.
And what about Vina and Professor Newton and Bobby and Vinky?
This is Vinky. Winky. She's got me doing it. Bobby and the professor are with us, and so's Vina.
Bavaro,
Yes, Rocky.
we're in the ellipse of your moon. Landing time 02:14.
Hurry in, Rocky. This is so clandinto. Clandinto, so wonderful, I mean, Rocky. Contambo! Contambo, Rocky! I have such wonderful news to share.
You see how happy Vina is. I just couldn't bring myself to tell her.
Can there be a mistake, Professor? Is the collision between Ophiuchus and Posita inevitable?
I've double-checked my equations, Rocky. There's not the slightest margin for error.
Ophiuchus, Cleolantis planet, which didn't need any help from anyone.
She'll need plenty now. A fleet of spaceships for evacuation.
Bavaro, to him his moon is a place of beauty, his whole world.
Well, we'd better go. He has to be told.
Oh, Kotanda, he's beautiful.
Beautiful? What is that you say? His mother is beautiful. My son is strong.
All right, then. He's beautiful and strong.
Good. The next rule of Posita, he will be beautiful and strong. Wait here. I wish to surprise Rocky with my son.
Rocky Jones!
Hello, Bavaro.
Welcome to Posita. Bobby!
Why was I not lucky enough to have a son who would grow up to be a fine boy like Bobby? Welcome to Posita, Bobby. Welcome. Then he could be a brave man like Rocky Jones.
Oh, Bavaro, I want you to meet Secretary Drake.
Bavaro? Oh, my son could be a great leader like Secretary Drake. I heard so much about you, Mr. Secretary. Welcome to Posita. Come right in.
Thank you.
Well, my son could have a brilliant mind, like Professor Newton here. Welcome, Professor.
Bavaro, you honor me.
Come right in, Professor.
Hi, Bavaro.
Winky! Or like Winky, my son would have a huge heart and a wonderful twinkle in his eyes. Gentlemen, I was afraid we'll never meet again, Rocky. My moon travels a lot, Mr. Secretary.
Yes, Professor Newton has been charting your course.
Yes?
The way the gypsy moons, Posita and Nagato, travel through space, it's an astronomical phenomenon.
What is
Something unusual, Bavaro. You see, the atmosphere which joins the two moons serves as a chain. One moon swings the other, then the other, and so on.
Strange that we don't get dizzy, huh?
Bavaro, please, listen carefully. On the 19th of next month, your moon, Posita, will crash head-on into Ophiuchus. Both will be destroyed.
What? What are you saying? Posita is going to be destroyed?
Yes, Bavaro.
No. No, it will not happen. Never! I will not let it happen. Never!
I'm sorry, Bavaro, but it can't be prevented.
What are you saying to me? Why did you come back? Why did you come back?
Bavaro, what is the matter?
This is the son Cortanda has given me. And I shall give him Posita to rule, and nothing is going to stop it.
Be with us next week, same time, same station, when we again take you into outer space for further adventures with Rocky Jones, Space Ranger.
Well, welcome back. I want to say thank you for each of you for joining me today. Now, next week, instead of being on Thursday, I'm going to do my show on Friday at 10:30 a.m. It will be Crash of the Moons, Chapter 2. I want to say thank you to everybody that's joined me. And I hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving. Let's see, who else have I got to push up here? Watches. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I've got to say thank you to all my wrenches. LDG, D-Fleet News. I don't have you quite yet. I will have you up there, Creator Spotlight, for next week. Captain Trek, LDG, Mac, anybody else that's watching, I want to say thank you very much. You're a great bunch of mods. And once again, I hope you have a safe and good Thanksgiving. Please remember to be safe. And don't eat too much. I don't need you sleeping through my show next week. Be safe, everybody. God bless. And